Good day, welcome to Cable Knows Everything. Today I want to take a look at some antennas. I got quite the stash of antennas going, so I thought I'd kind of share that with you guys so you can kind of see some different antennas. We'll start off with kind of like the most common, these little stick antennas. Pretty much some form of stick antenna comes on your router, pretty much any one you buy now, unless it's all little internal antennas. But these work great for a little just general use, nice, and you can point them and stuff like that. Really nice. They're little stubbies, very easy to replace. This is, I think this is RPC TNC connector on this one. Yes. Yeah, a little RP TNC connector. This one happens to have a boot to make it look pretty. I'll put it back on so we don't lose it. Get on there, baby. Get on there. And we'll start looking at some of the more commercially ones. Then we have like these little dome ones, and these, a lot of what I'm going to show you now is stuff that would go like an enclosure inside a ceiling, but you can mount them somewhere else if you want. These are made to be look like pretty in a commercial environment, office building, so you don't really see the antennas, or they don't want some big things sticking out. And kind of see this has just other RP TNC connector, and it's just a little stubby. You'd mount it pointing down in an enclosure near your access point. I think I got more of these. I got another one in the bag. Got a couple of these. A lot of these I rescued from the trash. They were pitching them out, so I grabbed them and said, well, maybe I could use them for something. I haven't used them for anything, but maybe one day. Then we have, let's see, oh, here's another little dome one. This is a little more, see, it's more flat. And these have different dB ratings and stuff like that. You'd have to research and see what they are. So, but these are mainly just for, like, you know, an office space. So not a huge coverage area, but just like something discreet to look nice. You can see that one's just a little stubby one. This is also RPTNC. Then we have another RPTNC connector. These are all 2.4 gigahertz, I believe. And you can kind of see it's got quite the piece that you have to put in, and then you screw it down, bolt it from the inside, and it kind of looks a little. This looks a little more obtrusive than the domey ones, but they all have the different coverages and different ranges. These are pretty much omnidirectional antennas. Then we got another one of those. Yeah, we got another one of those. Then this is the one I thought the most interesting. Let's move these over here. This one, let's see, it's more modular. It looks like it's got like a little spring load for the antenna. This thing weighs, I'm going to say this weighs easily a pound. It's like a solid hunk of metal. And it kind of looks like maybe you can get different connectors and you just screw them in here. And it's spring loaded, so it makes contact with that. It's actually a pretty good spring. Let's see if I can get it on there. Oh, yeah, there we go. Yeah, and I think you probably need a little tool to get in there to tighten it down. But that's just a nice little end connector. And this one, I don't know why I just got one of these, but and this sucker's a beast. So I guess if you had different radios, sometimes you see radios with end connectors, RPTNC. RPTNC is kind of the most common that you'll see. So that's kind of like the internal ones. I think that's all of them. That's all of them. Now I'll go outside. I'll show you like a stick antenna, patch panel, and a basket antenna. That these are actually in service. So I'll just we'll take a look at them, and you'll get an idea what those are. Oh, let's go outside. Follow me, come on. So you kind of see up here I have 54GL, and you can see here's a nice stick antenna. Oh, I'm using the, I think this one to get to the other structure, and that's just for repeating, so you can kind of see those antennas. And that's kind of what I did to repeat that. I didn't want to put a hole on this structure to get the antenna outside, but maybe later on we will. And this actually works really well because you're probably like 100 foot away from the other structure where the wireless is at, and that works really well. Yeah, now let's go take a look at some more antennas. Let's go over here. You can kind of see this fellow here, this nice little basket antenna. It's a directional antenna. So you're not going to definitely have this in your house, but if you had, say, you lived on a farm, and you could point this from your barn to another structure that's, half a mile away, that's kind of what this was for. I can't remember how many miles this does, but it's quite a few miles. I remember I did some testing with it, and I was able to hit 5 miles, at least see the signal 5 miles away from this fellow, across cornfields and quite a ways out. So this is a really nice antenna for that, but it's a very specific purpose. Most people won't have something like this. And this is a 2.4 gigahertz with RPTNC connectors. And so the other one, let me go find the Yagi. Let's go over here. And you can kind of see up here on the shelf, we got the Yagi. I'm not using this one right now, but it was sitting in a window pointing out towards another building. We're using this for some long range stuff. The Yagis are okay. I don't really use Yagis anymore. I think we got this one out of another building. It was used to connect two buildings together, so that's basically like a Pringle can, kind of like a Christmas tree antenna inside there. And that's kind of how that guy works, and that's just a little mount. It's actually a satellite dish mount that's right there for it. That's kind of my antenna collection that I currently have. There's more antennas all over the place, but like I said, I kind of try to keep a little stash of them just in case, because sometimes, you're building or some structure, you need a different antenna, or a nice little office space. They don't want some big monster antenna sticking out of their router. They want something kind of a little more discreet and kind of professional looking. But like I said, we got a little bit of everything. Got stick, dome, we got basket, we got patch, a little bit of everything. Oh, there's a Yagi antenna too. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. And that's you guys, have a great day.